this is where you lose your first mark. The first method mark is where you multiply by LCM and get rid of the fraction. Okay, and then this one, if you go and expand it out fully, you should end up with a x squared minus 9. So, 33, 54. So if you shift everything to one side, this is what you should get. Ayo, I don't have the solution. What is it? 14 is it? No. 17, 21. Is it? Okay. So once you hit here, you get your second mark. Okay, the third mark, before you get the answer, I need to see the method. So I need to see your quadratic formula. You cannot straight away give me the answer. If not, I cannot give you the mark. So I need to see this before you give me the two answers. What are the two answers? What is it? 2 point and 6.4. Okay? So this is where your answer mark is awarded, but must have this. If not, I cannot give you answer mark. So this one you need to be careful. Okay, next one. Completing the square. A lot of you, I think at least 5 of you, 9 divided by 2 gives you 3. I don't know how. So you should divide by 2. So it's minus 4.5. It's not 3. So you divide by 2 wrongly. I don't know how. I think you took a square root. So this 3 gives you this. And then at the back, you end up with what? What's the number here? Those of you who got it right. 16.25. Okay? So your answer should be written here. So 1 mark for being able to add in the 0 pair correctly. 1 mark for the final answer. So the ones who got it wrong is because you got this one wrong. You wrote 3. Or some of you forgot that it's negative. It should follow the sign here. You put a plus 4.5. So don't lose marks here. The first few pages is where your marks should be secured. Okay, next is the sketching. Sketching is another thing. Okay, first thing, you look at the shape. The shape is a maximum curve. Second thing is the turning point. You read the turning point. From making this 0, so must be 3. The y is 7. So your turning point must turn at 3, 7. Okay? And then next thing is you need to go and find your x-intercept, which you sub y as 0. So some of you have issues with finding the answer here. So bring the whole negative bracket over and make it positive. Then take a square root. So final answer, there's 2, 1 positive, 1 negative. Okay, and then finally, I think one somewhere here, then the other one somewhere here, is it? Okay, then finally your y-intercept, you will sub x as 0. So put it into the equation. You will get minus 2. So it should, oh, I think I got it. This one is still positive, is it? Minus 2 maybe somewhere here. So your 2x intercept. So go and draw it such that it will pass through at the right point. Okay, remember it's a sketch. So when you draw, make sure it is proportional and it passes through the right place. But if it doesn't, you can always erase and shift them. Just make sure it's proportional will do. Okay, but if you read the question carefully, they say indicate clearly the coordinates of the point where it crosses the y-axis and the turning point. So I need to see 3, 7 here and 0, minus 2. If I don't see these 2, I minus 1. Okay, if not, it will be this for 3 marks. 1 mark for the shape, 1 mark for all the correct points, 1 mark for the 2 coordinates. Okay, so make sure you get them right. If you want to be specific, you can tell me what the 2 values are. This is 0.35. This is 5.65. Okay, but if you never indicate, the question never say, you must say where it crosses the x-axis. So I won't penalize if you never write. Okay, so refer to the question. Okay, this is where you all lose marks. Explain why this equation does not have solution for some values of k. So you can tell me that this k is a maximum curve with maximum value seven, right? So the highest point of the graph is at 7. So for y equals to k, where k is greater than 7, the line will not intersect the curve. Okay. Therefore, no solutions. Okay, so be specific in your explanation. It is a maximum curve, and then the highest value is at 7. So if you draw a horizontal line, anything above 7, it will not intersect at all. So you all are A math students. This question shouldn't, you shouldn't lose marks at this question. Okay, because you should know how to explain. You can use A math stuff, yes. Okay, you see this one is a maximum curve. My highest value is at 7. So y equals to k, it's a horizontal line. So any horizontal line that is above 7 will not cut the curve at all. So if I have any horizontal line where it is greater than 7, the line won't cut. So no intersection, no solution. How I know the line is? Oh no, I mentioned that if it's greater than 7, it will not cut. Because they say for some values. So I'm telling them it's 7 and above. Yeah. Oh no, above 7. Don't include 7. Okay, this one. If you don't want to use formula at all, from the line of symmetry, these two should be equal distance away. Right? So if this is 4 units, this should be 4 units as well. So it tells me that this x-intercept must be 5. So that means 1 must be x equals to minus 3, 1 must be x equals to 5. If I work backwards, one of the factor is x plus 3, one of the factor is x minus 5. So my equation is this. If you don't write the y equals 2, it becomes expression. It's not equation. So you have to write this whole thing. Okay, so this question is not as tough as you think it is. Okay, so this one quite direct. If you want to solve by intercept, you can let this be x. So x plus minus 3 divided by 2 must give me 1. Then you solve. Also okay. Okay, this one also fine. You see what you want to do. Line of symmetry. Okay, next one. 11:05, so 11:40 is the end of my lesson. Okay, next one. Inequality. Okay, remember I told you, for inequality, the numerator must stay where they are. So thankfully, I mark all your work. I don't see anybody swapping the position. So the 7 plus 19 must stay where they are. And then technically, if we multiply 6 on both sides, can you see that's why we cross multiply? That's why it means the 2 multiply over and then the 3 multiply over. But the sign stays the same. So some of you forgot to multiply the 2 to the second term, which is a waste. Okay? So group all the x together. So you end up with a 17x here. Subtract the 38 on both sides. You get a 20 minus 20 here. So divide by 17 on both sides. X is this. But remember E-math, we want mixed number. So your final solution should give me this. So give me mixed number solution. Don't lose this kind of 1 mark. Okay, next one they say, explain why there are no positive values of x in this. So you can say since all the solution or all the x values in the solution set is negative. Okay, because x is less than or equals to minus 1 point something. Therefore, there's no positive values. That's all. Because you look at your solution set, it's everything on the negative side. Somewhere here. Right? So there's no positive x values in the solution set. So that is the only reason. Okay, time is distance divided by speed. So the distance is 294. The speed is x. So that's the first equation. Second, they say the speed increased by 6. So now it's x plus 6. So to find the new time is also distance divide by this new speed. So if you increase the speed, think about it. Will the time taken be shorter or bigger or longer? If you increase the speed, will it reach at a faster time or take a longer time? Faster, right? So actually this is smaller. This is the bigger value. So you all must think in terms of that. So wait, I will come. So when you look at this, it says that the ship arrived 70 minutes earlier than usual. Okay? Find the equation in x to represent this information. So if the difference is 70 minutes, you need to use the bigger to subtract the smaller one. So use this to subtract this. In the event that during the exam, your sign is different from what is shown here, during exam, you reverse them and try again. It will usually work. So the only issue, if let's say your final answer, the sign is opposite, you can suspect that you may have messed up this. Okay? So it's equals to 7 minutes. All these are in hours. So this one you also need to change to hours. If not, the equation is invalid. Okay, last one. To get rid of the denominator, actually you can treat this as one number. Multiply everything by x and x plus 6. So again, we check the first one. This one cancels out. So this is the first one you get. Second one, the x plus 6 cancels out. So you left with this. The last one, you just multiply this by both of them. Okay, that's it. So if you expand it out, the 294x cancels out. $1,764. Okay, so this one is already gone. No more already. This one, okay, is what you have. So let's just simplify the expression. This one is with the x. Okay, you want to get rid of the 6. So everything multiplied by 6. So you end up having 1764 times 6. So off. Did I do something wrongly? 1764. Correct, right? Why my number different? 1764 times 6. Okay, never mind. Right first. Okay, then this is 7x squared. This is 42x. So you shift everything to one side. Almost there already. But it still doesn't show what you want. You wanted to have x squared, right? Then you realize you are just forced to divide everything by 7. Shown. Okay, so where are the marks? Number 1, if you can write down this is your first mark. Second mark is making it a fraction, getting rid of the fraction. So if you multiply by LCM, you get the second mark. If you want, you can, but just that you'll be handling bigger numbers. Okay, then final answer is the show part. Okay. Then the solving part, I'm still quite surprised that some of you can get it wrong because your quadratic formula is still wrong. X equals to minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So you press the calculator, there's two answers. 136, 1 minus 42, is it? Okay, don't reject any because it is just solving quadratic equation. We don't need to consider the story. Unless they ask you why you need to reject the negative solution, you say speed cannot be negative. It is a scalar quantity. Okay, part E, they say for the usual duration. Meaning, if there is no increase in the speed, the usual duration we know is this one. So you just have to put in your correct value 36 and then go and calculate. Okay, you get this 8 and 1/6. But they say leave your answer in hours and minutes. Some of you wrote like that, right? So I know for sure this is my 8 hours. The 0.16, you need to change it to minutes. So you can take away the 8 and then multiply by 60. So so the 1/6, you multiply by 60. You get 10 minutes. Okay? Or you remember there's a button in your calculator that has a full stop, a comma, and then close inverted commas. So if you press this, right, they straight away will give you your answer. Okay, in terms of hours and minutes. When you press this, right, it will give you like that. Okay, this tells me this is in hours, minutes, and seconds. They already convert for you. So conversion has no marks. You straight away give me this as the answer, you get the answer mark already. So this feature, you can use it to get your quick calculation. This button in your calculator, I believe you can find it. The second of the 1, 2, 3, the third row. Okay, go and press that. You can get your answer directly. Okay, and then last one is the graph. Okay, graph other than you don't draw nicely, the second thing is the scale you use wrongly. That is another problem. Can I have a graph that I can take a photo? Okay, let me want this. You will also press that button to give you in hours and minutes. If not, you take away the whole number and type 6. So like 8 point something, right? You take away the 8 first, then the decimal by like 6. Okay. Let's use this graph. Which one? Okay, so let me back to this page. Let me copy this. You should see the art piece that some of your friends draw. Okay, first thing, it's the units. Okay, this one very important. 1 cm, 1 unit on the horizontal axis. So by right, this is 1 cm. So every 1 cm is 1 unit. So actually don't need to draw all this. Only draw from -6 to 3. So all these no need to show by right. Okay, and then from -8. So that means all these not required. But if you draw, they won't penalize. But just that your graph won't go beyond that. Okay, so this is your y-axis. This is your x. Okay, next thing is for y-axis, 1 cm is 2 units. Meaning this is 2. So can you see that every jump is 2 units? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. So some of you got this wrong. So you must get the scale correct. So it's axis. This is where you get your scale. The scale marks. And then we have the plots. Okay, also 1 mark. Okay, this is for 1 mark. And then the smoothness of the curve. Or sometimes they write C. So if you see APC, this is the marks allocated. 3 marks for the drawing. So I'll be looking out for the correct plots. Then the second thing is I will check the scale, correct or not. Then number 3 is all your curve must pass through all the points. So some of your curves are fantastic, very nicely drawn, but miss the point. Right, got 1 or 2 points, never pass through one. So that one I will minus for the smoothness of the curve. Although smooth, but it doesn't pass through my points. Okay, so this is how the curve should look like. And then they say, can you draw a suitable line? So this was the one that we had issues with the last time. So let me go through one last time. So this is my equation, original. This is my original curve. The one I've drawn on my diagram. Now they say, can you solve this? They want me to solve this by using my curve and drawing an additional line. So what they need me to do is they want my curve to intersect a line such that it solves this. So I need to tidy them up. I keep my minus x here. And then my minus 4x is not done yet. I need to add a x here so that I get minus 3x. I need them to be exactly my original curve. So same thing here. From my 0, I added in an x. Okay, next one is the 7 here. I have a 7 here. I need to make it 10. So I plus 3. So now I have 10 minus 3x minus x squared equals to x plus 3. This is the curve that I have drawn. This is the curve I have drawn. And it is equals to y, right? So this is the line that will intersect my curve. And when I rearrange them, it gives me this. So when they ask me to solve this, they are asking me to intersect my curve with this line so that I get back this equation. So what I need to draw now is this suitable line. This is the suitable line that they want. So suitable line, I go and plot any two x values I want. So for example, 0. So if I sub in 0 here, I get y as 3. If I sub in x as 1, I get y as 4. So I go and plot these 2 points out on my graph. So one is 0, 3. Let's say here. Okay, one is 1, 4. So here. Okay, so just put your ruler through and let it pass through these 2 points. And then draw the line. So this is the line that you will draw, and then you read the point of intersection. So the two solutions are, one is here, the other one is here. Go and read the point of intersection from the graph. So it looks like a minus 5.5 here. And then, okay, mine is not accurate, but I try my best. This is a 1.4. Okay, as long as your solution are in a range of acceptable error, we will mark it correct. Okay, the usual question that you have seen is when I ask you to solve this. This is the usual. I say solve this, right? This is my curve. So I'm drawing the line y equals to 0. Then you go and read these two x-intercept. But now it's not the same. So when it's not the same, this is what you do. Okay, so this is the only tough question in the whole paper. Other than that, the rest are not difficult at all. So by right, you shouldn't lose marks anywhere else. Okay? Is that the end of my lesson? I think so. Oh, I exceeded already. What's the next period? 11:40. Huh, your teacher not here? That means I'm late for the next lesson. Yeah? What?
So right, I subbed in correctly, but I still got the wrong answer.
No, all this, the sign is wrong.
But I think,
The bottom is correct, but the sign is wrong. So this is minus 21. Then this is also, this one is okay. So this is minus. You just check the calculation one more time.
minus the
Yes. Yeah. This is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got red pen?